let's go live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 100th episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. I am so excited for this episode that I can't believe is happening. I've said it so many times, and it's true. I really thought at most I would do 2 or 3 episodes of this and let it fall off, and that was over a year ago, and now it's 100 of these. Thank you. So to celebrate
looks great
that,
for its age.
I think so. To celebrate that, we've got an oversized episode tonight. We're going to get through 20 movies with some wonderful guests who have all decided to join me for this occasion. One of you is making a lot of noise.
Me.
God damn it. We're going to get real loose with this one. First off, because this is the 100th episode, I think the most important thing to get off the ground is the fact that I am giving away money to the winners tonight. First place on the show tonight is going to win $30. Second place is going to win $20. Third place is going to win $10. We're going through 20 movies. Most of the episodes this year have had a theme. I put together something tonight that we'll see if it makes it incredibly hard for everybody or easy. This is going to reward people who watch the show and who have been on a lot of episodes, like some of you. I keep track of a lot of things, a lot of stats with this show. One thing I keep track of is what point value people get these movies on. I have done over 800 different movies. I've been keeping track of this kind of stuff for the last 6 months. So tonight, I have pulled 20 movies that, at the time I used them originally, nobody got.
You sinister.
So now that we have more people on the show, I'm hoping that either A, somebody here will know what these movies are, or B, somebody will remember being on the show and not getting this movie. So it might help you out. I also have a final clue in all of these telling you exactly what episode this was featured on. Maybe that'll help, maybe it won't. If this is your first time watching, first of all, welcome. Weird episode to start with, but let me explain to you what's going to happen tonight. I have gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and pulled parental warnings for a bunch of movies. All of these movies have been used on the show before, and like I said, at the time, nobody got them. So we'll see if that makes this game incredibly difficult for everybody, or if somebody has a pretty good memory, better than my memory. The other difference that we're going to do tonight is normally I let everybody buzz in if they think they know, and everybody can answer and everybody can get points. Not tonight. Tonight we're going to do a more cutthroat thing. As soon as you think you know the movie, buzz in. I will stop reading the clue. I will ask you what the movie is.
You're a terrorist, Nick.
I know. This is a lot. This might be the last episode. I know I have another one scheduled for Thursday. This could ruin all of my goodwill and, just end it here. Also, if you are watching live, this is a pretty loose episode. If you go right now to the Facebook page, if you search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description, you'll see an event for this episode with a Zoom link in that event. If you're watching live and decide, oh, I think I want to jump in and play this game, go ahead. I'll bring on more people. But right now, I'm just excited for who's here. Real quick, Jessica Maya, Jenny Ismay, Josh Pick, Josh Poirier, Katie Baker, and Marty Viscosi are all here. I don't want to take too much of our time. They've all been on the show before. They're all wonderful. Look them up. I think because we're doing 20 of these and they might be hard, let me bring this up. Does everybody see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So this is where all of the clues are going to be, and it might make things harder for me to suss out. So let's just see how this goes. Again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the continued support. Let's jump into this game, see how this goes tonight. I'm also not going to be asking anybody to pick years. We have the 20 movies set in order. Starting with the first movie tonight. It's from 1995. For 5 points under the category of sex and nudity, a young woman wears a short top that exposes her bare midriff.
I have to say it.
Josh Poirier, what do you think this movie is?
It's a callback, but higher learning.
Josh, you have been on the show second only to the other Josh and how many times you've been on this show. I've told you many times that isn't a movie we're going to be using on this show.
I know, I know 95 is higher learning. That's the only reason.
Still not higher learning.
Good guess, Josh.
For
Thank you,
4
thank you.
points, under violence and gore, a construction worker is incapacitated by what appears to be a purple bolt of electricity. A short time later, Marty Viscosi, what do you think this movie is?
The Ghostbusters, one of the Ghostbusters, Ghostbusterson. I think this, I want to say the second.
Is that what you're going to say?
God damn it, Nick. Yeah, it's the one with the dude in the painting.
That is the second.
I think it's the second.
This is not Ghostbusters 2.
Well,
Vigo the Carpathian.
Violence and gore, construction workers incapacitated by what appears to be a purple bolt of electricity. A short time later, 2 police officers are incapacitated by what appears to be a blue bolt of electricity.
Wait a second.
Josh Poirier, what do you think this movie is?
This Steel?
This is not Steel. Josh Pick, what do you think this movie is?
Shazam?
What, Kazam?
Yeah.
It is not Kazam, but you picked both of the Shaquille O'Neal movies. So good job,
Yeah, I thought it would be
Josh.
fun. And it was.
We actually planned that prior to the show.
Yeah.
For 3 points, under violence and gore, large mechanical monsters destroy cars. Marty Viscosi, what do you think this movie is?
I forgot what it's called. Hold on. Let me put that down real quick.
All right. Large mechanical monsters destroy cars, frighten people away, and leave parts of a destroyed city behind. Marty, have you figured it out?
I'm just going to keep swinging. Pacific Rim?
It is not Pacific Rim.
Oh. All right.
Anybody else have any guesses? Jenny, what do you think?
Transformers.
It is not Transformers. What? Yeah, so it looks like this is going to be a difficult episode tonight.
Hey, Nick, remember a few hours ago when I was like, how cool would it be if I won my first game
It
on
would be
this episode?
so cool.
It's not going to happen, my dude. It is not coming.
For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes involving the villain, including scenes involving the brainwashed parents. Josh Poirier, what do you think?
Oh, shoot. Mars Need Moms?
It is not Mars Needs Moms. Jenny Ismay,
I
what
know
do you
what it
think?
is. Son of a bitch.
Hocus Pocus.
It is not Hocus Pocus. Jessica, what do you think?
Is it the Power Rangers movie?
I will give that to you. Josh Poirier was on this
on the
episode. Final clue: scenes of stylized fighting are peppered throughout the film. Many fights involve kinetic martial arts, violence between teenagers and monsters. This is from episode 58, superhero movies.
Damn it.
Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers, the movie.
They still think all those equal higher learning too. Just remember the kinetic fighting scenes in higher learning.
Right now, Jessica's in the lead with 2 points. Katie Baker in second place with 0. 4-way tie for third, -2s all around. Next movie is from 1931.
Did I guess twice?
Did you not guess twice?
You didn't guess twice.
I guess Kazam? I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah, good call. Josh, you're in third place with -1.
Yeah, buddy.
This movie's from 1931. For 5 points, under 6 in nudity, a nude statue. Josh Poirier, what do you think?
Dante's Inferno.
It is not Dante's Inferno.
Damn it. Oh, we got that one. That's right.
Oh, shit. I was on this episode.
A nude statue is shown for a long period of time. Nothing sexual at all. Jenny Ismay, what do you think?
Metropolis.
It is not Metropolis.
Dang.
Oh, let me... Poirier, did you guess 3 times in the last round?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's why I got screwed up. I gave one of your negatives to pick.
You knew Josh was wrong. That's close enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really
I usually go into the show assuming a Josh is going to be wrong.
Yeah, I've won 10 of these.
Yeah, you've lost 19 of them.
Yeah, I've won 10.
For 4 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man and his friend smoke cigars in one scene. His friend is drunk most of the time, and excessive alcohol is featured in several scenes for comedic effect.
Shit.
I remembered this, and I remember like watching that episode, but I can't remember what it actually was.
Oh,
yeah, we were on this episode. Yeah.
For 3
This
points
feels
under
bad, huh,
violence and
Marty?
gore, there are boxing scenes, and the main character is almost shot because he tries to escape from a house when being framed for robbery.
Oh, this is annoying.
For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, in one scene, the tramp stumbles upon the rich. Josh Poirier, what do you think? All right, the tramp stumbles upon the rich millionaire while he's contemplating suicide by drowning. Hijinks ensue afterward, with the tramp falling into the water and the rich man falling into the water to save him.
What the fuck is the name of it?
Well, I feel like this next clue is not going to help anybody. For 1 point, under violence and gore, like most Chaplin films, all violence is mild and purely comic.
Damn it.
Oh, this is... I've known that it's the Chaplin movie for at least 3 points here now, but I can't think of the goddamn name of the goddamn book. I've seen this.
Nope, that was an accident.
Okay, that bonus clue. This is from episode 83, My Favorite Movies.
That's very
This is
helpful.
my birthday episode.
Yep,
Josh Pick was on that episode.
I did real
You were
poorly.
to blame, is what you're saying. Okay.
Apparently. And I will say that more people need to see this movie, apparently. Anybody got any guesses?
I've seen it. I can't think of the name, though.
Yeah, I can't think of the name. I know what movie it is. And I just
All right. This is the second time nobody's gotten this movie. I suggest you all watch it. This is City Lights.
Oh,
City
yeah,
Lights,
I
goddamn it.
wasn't going to guess that.
On the tip of my tongue.
It's such an esoteric name. I can never remember it.
I see. Mark is in the comments of this video, not playing the game, but he says he knew that, and that's on you for not trying to take my money.
Well,
Where are we now? Jessica, you still are in the lead with 2 points. Now we're all over the place. Katie Baker at 0, Josh Pick at -1, Marty at -2, Jenny at -3, Poirier at -4.
Nick, these sound like opinions more than facts.
Like a recount.
Yeah.
Round 3, 1941.
This stinks of Florida 2000.
1941 for 5 points. Under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, some characters smoke on screen. Nothing too shocking.
41. Everybody was doing that.
Characters smoke
For
on
4
screen.
points under frightening and intense scenes, the film features a recurring satanic theme, including many references to pentagrams.
Fantasia.
For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, the main character may be frightening to some young children, but the special effects and makeup aren't very realistic, as the film was made in 1941. So children aged 5 or 6 and up probably won't be scared.
What was the last clue?
Well, you buzzed in.
Oh, you're right. Is it
Last
Frankenstein?
clue. It is not Frankenstein. So
I would have,
satanic.
if I'd remembered satanic, I wouldn't have said Frankenstein. That's okay. That one's on my impetuousness. That's not on you.
For 2 points, under violence and gore, a man is taking notes on another man's death and says he was, quote, bit in the jugular. Jenny, what do you think?
I think it's Wolfman.
This movie is The Wolfman.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence. Everyone's so happy for me.
Yay.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
I believe
Yay.
Josh Poirier was on this episode.
Which one was it?
Other clue, mild violence. However, some might consider such violence moderate since people are depicted as being killed in the movie. No gore, but 2 wolf-like creatures are brutally beaten to death. This clue was given. Nobody got this movie the first time around.
Oh, that wasn't on this show.
This was episode 59, Old Movies.
I think Jer was on that episode.
Yeah, well, Jer's an idiot. You hear me, Jer?
Jessica's at 2, Katie's at 0, Jenny's at -1, Pick and Marty are at -2, Poirier's at -4. I'm happy that nobody else came because it is hard to keep track of all of these scores. This is why I normally have 4 contestants. The Wolfman. Round 4,
Just ring it.
1987.
I'll win.
For 5 points under frightening and intense scenes, there are a lot of farts in this movie that might scare young viewers.
I have a thought, but I'm not ready to.
All right. For 4 points, under violence and gore, some bullies who are at least 20 years old beat up a kid a few times in this movie.
This is so familiar.
For 3 points, under violence and gore, a crocodile has a lunchbox of bloody digits. For 2 points, under violence and gore, one of the titular kids vomits on Marty. What do you think?
Garbage Pail Kids.
This movie is the Garbage Pail Kids movie.
I'm not proud, but
It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
sure is.
It is irredeemable. With Sean Astin's younger brother, I want to say, is the star. Titular kids are just very ugly puppets. That's frightening and intense scenes. This was in episode 54, Bad Movies, rated a 2.6 out of 10 on IMDb. The Garbage Pail Kids movie.
Oh.
Jessica's at 2, Katie and Marty both at 0, Jenny at -1, Pick at -2, Poirier -4. Next movie's from 2017. For 5 points under frightening and intense scenes, the medieval battle at the start of the film is quite intense for younger viewers. For 4 points under sex and nudity, a girl describes a robot as her boyfriend.
That's sex and nudity, then. God damn it! Every single day I'm having sex and nudity. Whatever the fuck that means.
For 3 points under profanity, many uses of shit, damn, bitch, and other comparable words. Some religious exclamations. One barely comprehensible, I don't fuck with you, said by a robot.
Oh, Jeff.
No?
Like, how
What
did
happened
I
in
remember when
2017?
this was on? I don't remember what it was.
Also, hello, entering in at round 5 is Tyler Derniak. Hey, Tyler.
Hello.
So you've missed 4 rounds, but I'm so happy you're on the show.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Have we already guessed this one?
We have not guessed this one yet, so I'm actually. Well,
sorry.
no, that's okay. Give me 1 second. I got to make a minor adjustment, and add Tyler to this scorecard. We're doing everything real loose here.
So same as always.
So Tyler, what's happening is you've done this mess of a show before. So as soon as you think you know it, I'm going to call on you.
Cool.
No waiting. So I will go back and give you a fair shot at this movie from 2017. Frightening and intense scenes. The medieval battle at the start of the film is quite intense for younger viewers.
Can do it.
All right, but for 3 points, Josh Poirier, what do you think?
The Ready Player One?
It is not Ready Player One.
Haven't seen
For 4 points for Tyler, or 3 points for the rest of you, girl describes a robot as her boyfriend.
Yeah. I do that every day.
Back down to the 3 point, many uses of shit, damn, bitch, and other comparable words. Some religious exclamations. One barely comprehensible, I don't fuck with you, said by a robot. Tyler, what do you think?
Is this oh god. Is this Blade Runner 2047 or whatever it is?
This is not Blade Runner 2047.
Oh.
Or whatever it was. I'm pretty sure that's not the right number, but I know what movie you're talking about. For 2 points, under violence and gore, intense robot violence throughout. Robots shoot at each other, fight with swords, fist and grappling maneuvers, and explode into metal pieces when hit. Humans fight with guns and swords. What do you think, Tyler?
Is this Alita Battle Angel?
It is not Alita Battle Angel.
I just wanted to show up and get a couple of negatives real
That's
quick. And then...
that's all I expect from you. For 1 point under frightening and intense scenes, the film is significantly darker than the previous films in the series. Also, the film is more. Josh Poirier, what do you think?
It's Transformers, that the one that takes place in ancient. What is it? The Transformers. It's the Last King or something like that.
Unless anybody who has their hand up already knows the exact title, I'll give it to you. Tyler, do you know?
I believe this was Star Wars. R2D2 was the robot that swears right at you.
No. Marty, what do you think?
Is it called Age of Ultron?
It is not called Age of Ultron. I'm going to give Josh Poirier the point, but I'm also going to finish reading this.
Anyone could have just said Transformers.
Also, this film is more visually realistic than the other films of said franchise, especially considering that the film was almost entirely shot using IMAX 3D cameras. Therefore, the special effects look extremely realistic and may disturb some viewers who aren't familiar with in-your-face shots. This was on episode 81 of the most expensive movies ever made, the number 54th most expensive movie, $240 million to make, Transformers: The Last Night.
Wow.
Money well spent.
Is it? Because none of us really knew it.
Yeah, that was a
I've never
wild
seen it.
episode because
Out there.
you would be shocked how much money they spent on movies that none of us remember.
Mm.
I didn't know they could swear in Transformers.
Me neither. I've never seen any of them. I really expected you to get one. Isn't that one of your go-to guesses?
Yeah.
How dare.
Yeah.
Jessica's at 2, Katie's at 0, Jenny and Marty at -1, Pick at -2, Tyler -3, Poirier -4.
I just built the Lego Optimus Prime this weekend.
We need to eat the rich because
Super
this
cool.
movie is worth like so many rent and like so many student loan. Like I'm like really mad at how much
You
that
should
movie
see
cost.
you should see the 53 movies that are more expensive than it.
Oh my god.
That's at least a month.
That's-
That's at least a month's rent in Boston.
When you said that this movie could pay for so much rent, I thought you meant like the musical.
There's just
You
so
could
many
put on
versions
so
of
many
it.
performances.
So many versions.
One big rent.
The cost of living in Minnesota is like right about where it was in Massachusetts when I left Massachusetts in 2017. So like could cover some rent out here.
Round 6, 1983 for 5 points under profanity. None, really. The only exception would be the above scene where a man calls a woman a demon.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
So every movie?
Huh?
For 4 points under 6 in nudity, 2 characters go down to a river where a bunch of men are swimming.
Oh.
Several men are seen fully naked from the back. In addition, one man is seen almost fully naked from the front and from the side. The scene is extended.
Oh.
And so are the men.
Not in 1983, they weren't.
3 points under sex and nudity. At one point, a woman unwraps her chest and the fabric is see-through. She
Unwraps.
bathes and legs are seen up to the waist, usually where the legs end.
Just keep going.
For 2 points under sex and nudity, at the end of the movie, a woman reveals her guise to another man. She opens her housecoat. Marty, what do you think?
Oh.
I think this is Victor Victoria.
This is not Victor Victoria. Tyler, what do you think?
Throughout the year.
Is this The Graduate?
This is not
No.
The Graduate.
Oh,
Came out in the 60s.
you came out in the 60s.
I did.
It was
I did.
very. It was.
She
it was very
opens her
different.
housecoat to reveal the front of her naked body, but this shot is taken from behind, so we don't see any actual nudity. Josh Poirier, what do you think?
Just one of the guys.
It is not just one of the guys.
That should be.
Final clue for 1 point. And Tyler, you get to guess because you already raised your hand. What do you think this movie is?
Since Josh said The Graduate was in the 60s, this is the PhD candidate.
Good.
Oh, Tyler, I've missed having you on the show. For 1 point under sex and nudity, many sexual references and sexual situations, as expected in a movie where a woman disguises herself. Josh, pick. What do you think?
Oh, no, never mind.
All right.
You got the year for She's All That wrong.
Or a woman does a woman disguise herself as a man and she's all that? I feel like
No,
that's not the
probably
plot
not.
of that movie. Woman disguises herself as a man, a few verbal references to making love.
Yeah.
I feel like I might have been on this episode.
All right. Bonus
Well,
clue.
After you have 3 verbal references to making love, you get a written reference.
Bonus clue. For 1 point, this was featured in episode 89. The second directed by women, this movie is directed by Barbara
Oh.
Streisand. Jenny, what do you think?
Yentl.
It is Yentl.
God damn it, Jenny.
Goodness gracious.
I could have
Me
broken
too,
even.
the punt.
Josh, I'm pretty Poirier, I'm pretty sure you were on this
I
episode
was.
and guessed just one of the guys.
I
on
did.
this. Uh-huh.
That's gotta feel good, bud, huh?
It does. I feel like I'm trapped in a time loop, like I fell down the stairs.
Who did that? Oh, I did that,
No.
didn't I?
Well, I'm going to end up giving money to somebody who scores in the negatives, I think, is what's going to happen
Yeah.
tonight. Jessica's still in the lead with 2.
Yeah.
Jenny and Katie at 0 each. Pick and Marty at -2 each. Poirier and Tyler at -5 each.
Oh, that's right. I forgot this was Derniac, not Tuttle.
Yeah, I should have waited for like the second to last question and then jumped in.
2017 for 5 points under violence and gore. While the violence is infrequent, it is disturbing at times. This includes drowning, stabbing, gunfight, blown up, and hand-to-hand
Oh my
combat.
God, I remember this clue.
Drowning, stabbing, gunfight, blown up, and hand-to-hand.
For 4 points under sex and
movies?
nudity,
Hmm.
holograms of fully nude women, buttocks and breast are clearly shown, taking up a large part of the screen, though very brief.
Did they make movies in 2017?
A couple of them.
Sure did.
I think
they
this is the
made
second
films.
one on the show tonight.
They made 2, and these are the 2 of them.
I don't
For
think
3
that's
points under
correct.
frightening and intense scenes, the main villain is a heartless killing machine who goes around killing people who have knowledge of the program. She is expressionless, but sometimes she tears up while killing people. Poirier, what do you think?
This Alita Battle Angel?
This is
No,
still not Alita Battle Angel.
Oh, all right.
it's
I know what it is. Then.
I'll guess.
What do you think, Pick?
Well, it's one of the Terminators. Is that enough? Because Poirier just said Transformers, and that was enough.
He did say Transformers: The Last King. That was close enough.
Oh, then I retract my guess because I have no idea what the fucking.
Derniac, what do you think?
Is this one the Blade Runner remake, sequel, whatever it was?
Do you know what number was on the Blade Runner?
2048.
That's close enough. You're
Yes.
off by 1. This time it is
Oh.
Blade Runner 2049.
Fuck me.
Oh, never mind.
That was my other guess.
I guessed the highest number without going over, which is all that matters.
That
Like
is
blackjack rules.
yeah, you really Price is Right at it. The film was a bit darker and disturbing than the first. That's how a sentence works. Fully nude male, female replicants are seen in closed and glass cases. This was in episode 87, numbered movies.
No one got that after Replicants?
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Uh-huh.
I forgot Morbius was in that movie.
Yeah, Morbius is in too many movies.
Yeah.
Morbius is in a lot of movies, most notably Morbius.
Jessica
Is this over
remains
yet?
the only person with positive points at 2 points. Jenny and Katie at 0. We got 3 -2s for Pick, Marty, and Tyler, and a -6 for Poirier.
Hey, I'm watching the show.
Round
I'm
8.
sorry. I feel like I am the canary in the coal mine of this show. If I'm at the top, something bad is happening.
Well, you aren't.
I'm in the upper half. That's alarming.
2018. This came out the next year. Under Sex and Nudity, a mother's sex life is discussed briefly as well, and there is a moderate sexual reference. Nothing strong.
I'm sorry.
Pick, what do you think?
Ladybird?
It is not Ladybird.
Shut
No, I didn't
up.
mean to raise my hand.
Okay. Marty, what do you think?
8th grade.
It is not 8th grade.
There's no mom in that one.
I didn't see
Very
it.
famously a dad movie.
I didn't.
wouldn't call it
it's
a dad
very
movie.
good.
I don't like Bo Burnham.
Oh no. For 4 points. Under profanity, the teens challenge each other using frequent usage of profanity.
Teens in 2018?
Yeah, right?
They're
Wow.
allowed to do that?
But I was a teen in the 90s, so I don't
These
know.
teens were born
Mhm.
after 2000, apparently.
No.
For 3 points under profanity, a main character's name is literally fuck shit because of
Oh.
the catchphrase he uses.
I was on this show.
Fuck shit.
Yeah.
Whose
Damn
fucking
it.
character was fuck shit in 2018?
I get so worried about using movies that other people have already
Sounds
played,
really
and
familiar.
none of
You
you
shouldn't.
remember them, so I don't know why I put this much effort into this game. For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, the presentation of delinquent behavior is unsettling, especially
Oh.
since the main character is still a
Oh,
small boy
fuck.
and ends up drinking and smoking.
Small boy ends up drinking and smoking.
It's Luca.
2018. I know. what
Derniac,
this
what do
is.
you think?
Is it too?
It is not It Too, but
Season
fuck
of the
shit
It?
is my
That's
favorite
2018.
character in Luca.
I know what this is.
Oh, the Vespa.
For 1 point. Are you guessing again, Tyler?
Oh no, I just left it up.
Just making sure. For 1 point under violence and gore, as usual, several skateboarders may take violent plunges while doing a stunt, including one who takes an intense fall off of a roof. He bumps his head and he starts bleeding a bit.
Oh god.
Skateboard teenager movie in 2018.
Derniac, what do you think?
Skateboards?
Was this? I know exactly what it was. It was Jonah Hill directed it, and Finn Wolfhard was in it. It's like the 90s, was it called? Early 90s, late 90s, something 90s.
Nobody else is buzzing in. I'm gonna say you're almost there.
Oh.
Change the time period just a little. You're right.
The 80s?
No,
2000s?
you got both ends of it.
92?
No,
95.
Can I guess?
I'm gonna let Josh guess. I think I gave you enough.
91.
Josh, what do you think?
Late 90s.
1998.
Nope. Poirier, what do you think?
1996.
I think I have to give this to Tyler Derniac.
Well, you know what? Whatever.
You're gonna love this.
Mid 90s.
A little late. This was episode 62. Fucking movies. Movies with the most fucks. 171 fucks in 85 minutes. 2.01 fucks a minute. It's mid 90s.
I was gonna say mid 90s. Oh man.
Wait, I got 96, which was the mid 90s.
Oh man, I was gonna.
Tyler, you got early 90s, late 90s. I was trying to get you.
Yeah,
This
you
was-
know, I second guessed myself and it cost me. That's all right. I'm planning on killing myself in it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Is this in the same universe as Midsommar?
Yes. Both of them take place in this universe.
The Metaverse?
Excellent.
Basically, the scores are mostly the same. Jessica's at 2, Jenny and Katie at 0,
right, glass
Tyler at -2. We got Marty at -3, Pick at -4, Poirier at -7.
Wait, oh
Nice.
yeah, I did.
I
Wait,
really
did I
wrote
guess
this
4
guess
times?
on-
What was my? Who cares? It doesn't matter. You were wrong once. You're probably right now.
1991. Under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man has sake in a Japanese restaurant. Later on, when he and a woman have dinner in an Italian restaurant, it shows them both drinking wine. He makes a brief joke about being stoned in college. Very little to worry about here.
And has sake in a Japanese restaurant.
I'm just gonna fucking.
Poirier, what do you think?
Yeah, you've got mail.
It is not You Got Mail.
Okay.
Yeah, popular ass AOL 95 in 1991.
Sex
you know
and
what?
nudity. There's the talk about someone not spending the night with another for various reasons, such as getting an STD. Few other sex-related jokes and a couple of jokes about body parts. Man has a discussion in a restaurant with a man who says he made a lot of money selling adult books. There is also some talk about strip clubs in this scene. 3 points. Under violence and gore, a man is seen as a
What
young
the
child in a flashback sequence being hit by a childhood tormentor. Though there's a lot of blood, the scene may disturb sensitive viewers. He is later seen riding a snowmobile and crashing and rolling down a hill. No injuries whatsoever are shown. It is revealed that he broke his leg. Tyler Derniac, what do you think?
Is this Invincible?
It is the Mark Wahlberg movie Invincible?
No. Wait, what am I? Unbreakable. It's
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
The M. Night Shyamalan movie, Unbreakable? From
It is not the M. Night Shyamalan
1991?
movie, Unbreakable.
2001?
Is it the M. Night Shyamalan movie Invincible?
A woman in a
About the Mark
flashback
Wahlberg.
sequence is seen running into a burning house to rescue her and her children's cat. Though she and her children remain completely unharmed, the scene is vaguely intense.
I have no fucking idea what this is. Let's move
Does the
on.
cat
Vaguely
survive?
intense.
Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. A man mentions during his first trial that TV is like heroin.
Sounds like Up to me.
Sounds like Cider House Rules to me.
For 1 point
Eh.
under sex and nudity, the main character mentions there was penis envy in life, while there is brain envy here in Judgment City.
Oh no, 1991. That can't be.
This really feels good because for the second time tonight, for 1 point, this was from episode 83, my favorite movies.
I was on that
Well,
game.
hey, Nick, what is it? You can tell me.
Well, I'll tell you all unless somebody wants to guess.
No.
Again, Poirier definitely on this episode. This is another movie I think people should check out. This is Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep.
I was on this episode too.
You sure were.
That's okay.
Between the two Joshes, we've got like 40 to 50 episodes covered.
Well,
And
you
about
got
40
you
to
know
50 brain cells.
in my defense, I'm not very smart.
That is a good defense.
Yeah.
My defense, I have a brain-altering disease.
Round 10, we're halfway through this game. We're going to keep
Oh.
pushing through. 1997, Sex and Nudity, a brief passing reference to prostitutes and some other possible references.
Ugh. You and your vague clues, Martucci.
Tyler Durniak, what do you think?
Is it Showgirl?
It is
Showgirls?
not Showgirls.
Showgirl.
There's actually
That's
more than a
actually the
brief
sequel
passing
to
reference.
Showgirls.
That's the prequel to Showgirls. Was
It's like
Showgirl.
most of the plot.
And then
My favorite
Showgirl
movie.
Redemption.
My favorite was Showgirl versus Predator.
Under violence and gore,
It's
several soldiers sneak into a building at night and shoot several men dead. Bloody.
Oh.
What do you think, Durniak?
The Saving Private Ryan.
It is not Saving Private Ryan.
That's a dumb guess.
Both of these not happen in Saving Private Ryan?
For 3 points, under frightening and intense themes, the whole movie is rather suspenseful and dark, with characters playing the cat and mouse game. Poirier, what do you think?
It's Assassins.
It is not Assassins.
That's a great movie, by the way.
I've never seen it.
It's fantastic.
Durniak, what do you
I call
think?
it great, but it is a movie.
Is this Catch Me If You Can?
It is not Catch Me If You Can. Jessica, what do you think?
Is it Mouse Hunt?
It is not Mouse Hunt. For 2 points, under violence and gore, a plane crashes into the ocean and explodes.
That's like every movie, though.
Yeah.
I remember that plane crashing and up.
Yeah.
There was one
Does
that
happen.
That's from the sequel Down.
Ooh.
Well,
For 1 point
Yeah.
under profanity, a group of 6 Russian men take over an airplane. Josh Poirier, what do you
Air
think?
Force One.
Oh,
It is Air Force
you
One.
son of a bitch! I couldn't hit the thing fast enough.
Again, I gave this giant clue saying that Russians take over a plane. There's Secret Service in there. This was in numbered movies again, movies with numbers in the title. Air Force One. Jessica still in the lead with 1 point.
You built this monstrosity, Nick.
Jenny and Katie at 0 each. You two, Katie's going to get money from me and never buzz in. Barty's at -3, Pick is at -4, Durniak's -6, Poirier -8.
Hey, keeping it up.
2005, for 5 points under sex and nudity, the main character wears a black bikini, revealing her bare stomach and legs.
5.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a woman talks about killing people for a living. Everybody's so serious all of a sudden. For 3 points under violence and gore, a wolf pulls a tattoo from a man's stomach. We see it stretching the man's skin and charges after 3 people.
Seems
Like
like,
that would stay with me if I had seen it.
yeah, it seems like something that you.
Poirier, what do you think?
An Underworld, or this one of the sequels.
It is not Underworld.
Is that how this game is played now? We're just gonna name franchises. And
It's
open one
starting to
collection.
seem like that's how this game's gonna go.
I feel like this is evidence of how much we are all just guessing based on years of themes.
Violence and gore, a woman with daggers slashes at a man. Tyler Derniak, what do you think?
This is Kill Bill.
This is not Kill Bill.
Is it Kill Bill 2?
Poirier, what do you think?
The Blood Rain?
It is not Blood Rain. Pick, what do you think?
Kill Bill 2.
It is not Kill Bill 2.
Eh,
But at least you knocked them both out.
I just
Woman
wanted
with
to
daggers
stick it to the
slashes at a
man.
man and he slashes at her with a sword. He holds a sword at her throat. He kicks her across a room. She lies
Oh.
still covered with sheets.
I didn't realize it was 2005.
For 1 point
Well-
under sex and nudity, the main character wears a skin-tight, quite revealing red outfit. Poirier, what do you think?
Red Riding Hood?
Not Red Riding Hood.
Oh, I know.
Derniak, what do you think?
Spider-Man 2.
Not Spider-Man 2. Jenny, what do you think?
What is her name? What is her name? It's that superhero and it's bad. Electra.
Bad movies number 2.
That's it.
4.7 out of 10. This is Electra.
Nice.
Poirier, I think
I
you were on
don't
that
know where I
episode.
put that.
I was on this episode.
For the
Poirier,
first
we are
time-
two dumb men, you and I.
Oh, we are dumb.
For the
dumb,
first time in a
dumb
while,
people.
we now have a tie in first place. Jessica and Jenny both at 1 point. Katie at 0. Marty at -3. Derniak at -8. Poirier at -10.
So one of the Joshes is going to do it.
I'm just so happy I'd never have to pay Joshes on this show.
Mm.
2002 for 5 points under violence and
I
gore.
know where you
Corrupt-
live, Nick.
A corrupt cop hits a young man with a baton.
2002, a corrupt cop hits a young man with a baton.
That
Unheard
is-
of.
I mean, yeah,
Can you
that was
believe?
before the police were bad. What happened?
For 4 points under violence and gore, men have an Irish-style fist fight. Graphic only and sound
Irish
effects.
style fist fight.
Punches and anger
What?
expressed between men.
Irish style
have-
fist fight?
I have my brown belt with green stripe in Irish style fist fighting.
That seems like something that would have happened before '02. Wow.
3 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. People smoke mid-19th century cigarettes, cigars, and pipes. Turns out the costs have been bad for a little while.
19th century.
What? Oh, can we just? What were the other ones? Like really quick, because I lost it all when I saw it.
Irish-style fist fights. Corrupt cop hits a young man with a baton.
Oh, I know.
Jenny,
I know.
what do you
Can I-
think?
Is it Gangs of New York?
A prologue, 2 large groups, an extensive battle. I'm not going to read
This is
all
the
that.
second time I've
This
goddamn
is one
you,
of
Jenny.
Scorsese's movies with the least swearing. This was from episode 64, the MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss. It was nominated for Leonardo DiCaprio and Cameron Diaz. It is Gangs of New York.
God damn you.
I don't notice Kings of New York. I noticed Stabby
I even
McStabfest.
saw that. I just knew that Daniel Day-Lewis was real fighty in it, and that seems like someplace he'd hang out. Ow.
Again, just this movie was nominated for an MTV Movie Award
Oh,
for
that's
Best
so
Kiss. Scorsese's Gang of New Well, Jenny has overtaken the lead now at 4 points. Everybody else stays where they were. 1986 for 5 points under sex and nudity. Full frontal female nudity is seen for several seconds in one non-sexual context. Breasts and thick pubes are shown. Wow, the dog likes thick pubis. No male nudity in that scene.
1986. No.
I hate the phrase thick pubis.
It's pretty bad. Kind of moist.
Nothing against thick pubis. I think we just
That's
need to
my-
describe it as a different thing.
I think that's Derniak's rap name.
Sex and nudity. A man watches a woman get undressed from a closet. We see her from behind and fairly far away from the screen. Brief full rear nudity from a distance.
But no pubis.
No pubis in that scene.
No, it wasn't.
It's
Not a
at
thick
least.
one.
Medium
Moist
level
pubis.
pubis. For 3 points under violence and gore, a man finds a decomposing severed ear. It is somewhat moldy and covered in ants.
Oh,
That means you got to it too late.
Severed ear covered in ants. Okay.
I have seen this. I remember that, but I
86.
don't remember what it is.
It's hard to forget a severed ear covered with mold and ants once you've seen it.
Yeah, it's right up there with thick pubis.
This movie has something for everybody. For 2 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man, Josh Poirier, what do you think?
Blue Velvet.
Finally, villain is a complete
God damn
psychopath.
it.
His actions are
God
monstrous,
damn it.
very unpleasant, which make him a frightening character. Guess what? This was from episode 83, my favorite movies.
Yeah,
Guess of
yeah.
an episode. This is Blue
A
Velvet.
movie I've actually seen.
Actually, I wasn't on that episode, Nick. Because I would have gotten this.
Yeah, no, Pick was on this.
You picked
Yeah,
those,
I was on this. No, this shame is this JP's shame.
Oh, no.
Bringing Josh
Together,
Poirier. up
Josh,
to
I think we
negative
have
8
like
points.
over 80 years, but like definitely less brain cells than that.
Definitely.
We're coming into the final stretch of movies. Episode
God.
round number 15, 2012. For 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, there are about a handful of drinking scenes, and also another scene where a guy starts taking a pill but spits it out.
Ooh.
Tyler Derniak, what do you think?
God damn it! I know this exact movie, and it's not Perks of Being a Wallflower. I know it's not that. I saw this with my then girlfriend at the time. It's got Jennifer Lawrence in it, and some guy who.
I hope you get it because you're giving your opponents a lot of information.
Yeah, I want someone else to get this. I need.
Do you want to
this
take a
knowledge
guess?
out there?
Otherwise, this could be Marty's to take.
Yeah,
My
I got
hands up
nothing.
too,
I know, but Marty got there before you.
but that's
No.
fair.
Oh, no! It's Silver Lining Playbook.
God damn it.
We got
Yeah.
our first 5-point clue of the night.
I've
was
known like
really
3 or
rooting on you
4
to
of
fuck
these,
that
but
up.
you goddamn motherfuckers.
They go through the
I was
entire
really
plot of the
hoping you were
movie.
gonna flop.
Yeah.
Here's just a sentence I like. A few fans get into a scrum with the miscreants prior to a game. Woman mentions having sex with everyone at her workplace. Woman dances suggestively with a man. Man struggles with his anger and violent impulses. This was from the Mother's Day episode. Movie moms Jackie Weaver is Dolores Solentino. Solentino.
Hey, Nick, can I tell you something?
What's up?
I hate this.
I know. Nobody has been on the show more than Josh Peck, and nobody hates the show as much as Josh Peck.
But to be fair, nobody on this show hates their own life as much as Josh Peck.
I don't know. I run this show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a point.
That's true.
Well, Jenny's still in the lead at 4, Jessica at 0, Katie Baker still in money territory despite not buzzing in ever. We got Marty and Tyler at -3 each, Pick at -5, Poirier at -8.
Well,
1994 is this movie. Frightening and intense scenes. The idea of something bad happening. Josh Pick, what do you think?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Sorry for wasting everyone.
Oh,
The
yeah,
idea
that's cool,
of
too.
something bad happening to your child may be upsetting for mothers in particular.
Oh.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, a stuffed dinosaur is killed with stuffing all over the room. Can be emotional. Jenny, what do you think?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to take that back.
That is totally okay. I'm glad that this
Don't
isn't
wanna say
Jeopardy.
that.
I don't penalize any of you for buzzing in and deciding no. Marty, what do you think?
Is this Wes Craven's New Nightmare?
Villain's arm pops out of a car seat. Many nightmare sequences.
Yeah!
Villain is much scarier in this film. This was from titular characters because Wes Craven plays himself in Wes Craven's A New Nightmare.
My favorite Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the trilogy is the first one, the third one, and New Nightmare, because that's the whole arc of Nancy / Heather.
Exactly.
Just a great movie.
I just like Robert England doing anything and watching Robert England do his little paintings and then disappear.
Jenny still in the lead at 4, but right now we got a tie for second place. 1 point each to Marty and Jessica. Katie at 0. Tyler at -3. Pick at -5. Warriors -8. We got 5 movies left.
Ooh.
Round 16. This is from 2021, last year. Sex and nudity. 2 characters have sex. We can see a bit of thrusting, but nothing too graphic. No private areas shown or anything.
So we know they weren't soaking. Okay, what is a non-Mormon movie in 21, guys? We can do this together.
It's not the true graphics. So
What kind of like width of pubis are we talking? Really?
I don't know. We don't see the private area.
I thought we
Through
were
the
describing
mound
the
of pubis.
consistency. Yeah.
What is this game then?
Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. The main characters sit at a table for a meal and drink alcohol that one of the characters refer to as beer. Uh-huh.
Okay.
The people at IMDb have a fun way of saying sentences. Derniac, what do you think?
No.
3 points under violence and gore. An animal-like creature is killed and gore is splatted on a character's face in close-up.
I believe you.
2 points under violence and gore. Marty, what do you think?
Is it the A Quiet Place 2?
It is not A Quiet Place 2.
Oh, I was on this
Violence and gore.
episode. And I know what I guessed. I'm not going to guess it
Man
again.
is suddenly attacked and eaten by a fearsome-looking alien creature.
On this damn episode.
All right, for 1 point, under frightening and intense scenes, there are scenes, some sustained, in which Tyler Derniac, what do you think?
Is this The Eternals?
This is from the second directed by
God
women
damn it.
movie, directed by Chloe Zhao, Eternals.
Eternal pubis.
Jenny at 4, Jessica at 1, Katie and Marty at 0 each. Tyler's at -2. Pick is at -5, Poirier's at -8. Moving on to round 17. We're gonna get through all of these. Already, this show is still like not anywhere near as long as some of the longest episodes.
You know, in a different universe, Josh and I are like really good at games.
Yeah.
2008,
So,
5
think
points
about
under
that.
violence and gore. A young man sits on a couch filled with food of all types and stuffs his mouth messily.
Oh, damn it.
Did they get it confused for vor?
For guilance and vor. Marty, what do you think?
Is this Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
This is not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Shoot.
For 4 points under profanity, many
Yeah.
sexual references, including the F word, were removed from the original US unrated version to make the film get a PG-13 rating. For 3 points under violence and gore, a pregnant teen is shown from the chest up while seemingly her legs come up. Tyler Derniac, what do you think?
Is this one superhero movie?
It is not superhero movie. Marty, what do you think?
I forget what it's called, but I think it's called like Not Another Teen Movie or Another Teen Movie, something like that.
It
Teen
is
movie.
not another teen movie.
Okay.
Poirier, what do you think?
Disaster movie.
Her leg comes up and kicks a man in the face several times with that effort. A slimy baby leg comes up and kicks a man's face as well. It is pushed into the man's mouth, and the teen says, "Suck it." Just needed to finish that terrible thing that happens in this movie. Large paper mache cow, large meteor. This is from Bad Movies #2, 1.9 out of 10 on IMDb. It is disaster movie.
Yeah, I remember that from that third clue. So I was on that movie. I was on that show.
You know, I read once that it's the movies we haven't seen that define us.
This movie defines most people.
Yeah.
Jenny's still in the lead at 4, Jessica at 1, Katie at 0. Katie, I'm so happy you're hanging out, but if you want to play it anymore, just let me know.
She's doing her best Lloyd impression.
Marty's at -2. Derniac's at -3. Both Joshes have -5.
Let's keep it that way.
3
That seems
movies
right.
remain. 2011 is this movie, which means there's still 15 points, which is more than everybody has.
Here I go.
2011 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. This movie is not dark, but this is the most intense of the franchise for younger and oldest viewers. And this is the scary movie of the franchise for younger viewers.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm so happy
way
I
that
get
was
to do
written.
this and show the words on the screen to show you what I am forcing myself to read to you. Jenny, what do you think this movie is?
I have no idea what years this came out. Is it The Dark Knight?
It is not The Dark Knight. It's so fun that I'm going to give money to a negative score, maybe. What a great way to hit a milestone.
The only
For
thing
4
the show
points
would
under
deserve.
violence and gore, a zombie is stabbed violently. Tyler Derniac, what do you think?
Is this Zombieland?
It is not Zombieland.
Hmm.
Zombie is stabbed violently, but no blood is shown. As it is a zombie, he does not die, but slowly pulls the sword out of his chest.
Hmm.
For 3 points under 6 in nudity, a mermaid is seen laying back with her hair draped down, covering her breasts. Shot strategically, no nudity. Pick, what do you think?
No, it's not.
All
It
right,
doesn't
cool.
matter. Is it a Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
I mean, I
isn't.
do need a little more than that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk
That's
away
fine.
from this one.
Poirier, what do you think?
This Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
It is not Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Tyler Derniac, what do you think?
That's right,
Is it
bitch.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest?
It is not Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead
Ha-ha!
Man's Chest.
It cost you both points, idiots. That's the best I can hope to do at this point. in the
Marty,
game.
what do you think?
Pirates of the Caribbean's at World's End.
It is not Pirates of the
Let's
Caribbean.
go!
Jenny, what do you think?
To the Black Pearl!
It is not Curse of the Black Pearl.
This fucking rules. Hell yeah, let's go, you guys. This is
Pirates are
awesome.
there.
I don't know. I've never
Oh,
seen
they're
any
cool.
of them. Are there
2
zombies
points
in those
under 6
movies?
in nudity. Previous installments have some form. Tyler, what do you think?
Is this Pirates of the Caribbean 3?
I don't even know which one 3 is. So unless you can tell me, I can't give it to you.
Oh, it's the Legend of Ron Paul's Gold.
That's enough of a guess that I'm going to subtract a point from you. Poirier, what do you think?
The Legend of Davy Jones.
It is not the Legend of Davy Jones.
Oh no, I'm talking about the monkey. I'm talking about the monkey. The Davy Jones.
Shut the
monkey.
fuck. Oh my
Previous
god.
installments have some form of sexual content, but this is Disney's first where sexual content is actually a factor in its PG-13 rating.
Ah, fuck it. It's a Transformer. They're not gonna move.
You both already guessed on this round.
Yeah, oh yeah, no. I'm just
No
assuming.
clue
I'm
for 1 point under frightening and intense scenes. Marty, what do you think?
It's the search for Blackbeard's gold.
You
or
piece of
something.
shit. You're
It
plugged
is
in.
not the search for Blackbeard's gold. Tyler, what do you think?
This is Pirates of the Caribbean 4.
Again, I'm gonna need you to give me something here.
Um,
Or don't. You don't have to guess. That's
Oh,
always on the table. Katie's been
it's
taking it the whole game.
the legend of the Nina, the Pinta, and the.
Unfortunately, no. Poirier, what do you think?
Pirates of the Caribbean, Way of the Samurai.
Why are you even guessing?
Because
Katie
I wanna
Baker,
know my
first
points
time
at this
up.
point.
Do you know what this movie is?
Is it Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest?
It is still not Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's
Oh,
Chest.
oops.
Oh, we lost pick.
Well, the final clue. This was in episode 81, the most expensive movies ever made. This movie cost $456 million, the most expensive movie ever made. Josh Poirier, what now?
Is it that Pirates of the Caribbean that was the most expensive ever made at $456 million?
It might be. Do you know which one?
Is it just the ride? Is it just the ride? Pirates of the Caribbean?
This is
Pirates
the
of the
best.
Caribbean? Pirates of the Caribbean, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Nope. Darniak.
It's Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Did we already do that? Yes.
We already got that, and it's still not at World's End. Marty.
It's the gold one. I'm like 99% sure it's the gold one. But I
Yeah,
don't
Ron
know.
Paul's gold.
It's the gold one. Does that count for anything?
It counts for a negative point.
Ah!
Is it Pirates of the Caribbean gold member?
The best part of this is when I did this originally, I said the title of this movie at the beginning of the episode, saying that it was the most expensive movie ever made.
Oh.
Nobody got it. Still nobody gets it. It's Pirates of the Caribbean on
Oh.
Stranger Tides.
I
Yeah.
promise you, I have never heard of that in my entire life, Nick.
That's
Marcus. You guys-
totally fair.
I've seen it.
I haven't seen past the third one, so
Again, this is the most expensive movie ever made. None of us know it exists.
What's that Stranger Things crossover?
What a fucking wild round.
I saw
Yes.
one Pirates of the Caribbean movie, it partially on a transatlantic flight, and was so bummed out by it that I chose to sit in silence on the plane instead of watching.
2 movies remain. Wait till I tell you what the scores are right now. Again, for this cash prize money episode, 100th episode, Jenny Ismay still in the lead, now at 2 points. Jessica is at 1 point. Katie Baker's at -1. Murdy and Pick are at -5. Durniak's at -8. Poirier's at -9.
All right.
Yes.
Which one was it?
I think what I learned is that it's the
Stranger
movie's
Tides.
fault and not the player's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
man.
not my fault.
Well,
Second to last movie, 1995, for
It's
5
a-
points. Josh Poirier, what do you think?
No, I'm not going to say it.
All
this time.
right. Sex and Nudity, a teenage
learning.
girl expresses her belief that hippies are sex fiends. Jessica, what do you think?
I think I just watched this episode and it's now and then.
This you just got rewarded for watching the show, which is what I hoped would happen tonight.
oh man.
Girl jumps into a
Nice
shallow
job.
lake pretending
Thank
to be
you.
dead, face down in the water. Mystery of a double murder involving a woman and her young son is one of the main themes. 4 adults talking. It is mentioned that one of them lives in sin with her boyfriend. And sex is discussed throughout the movie by 14 girls. Terms such as doing the deed and giving a guy a hard on. This is from This and That, movies with and in the title. It's now and then.
So you're gonna give winner of the 100th episode is gonna be someone who was on yesterday for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not people who have been on this show 30 times, including episodes that these movies were used on and are in real low negatives right now. I think the new person deserves some money. Is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Hey,
I do too.
I took your first money.
You did
Can we
take my
just
first money.
So give
Can
me
we
the
talk about-
100th money. You owe me. This is my pension.
1 movie remains. Jessica is at 6 points. Jenny is at
I've
2
done
points.
almost a third of the episodes.
Katie Baker.
I'm
in
gonna
the
unionize
$10
just
spot at
me and
-1
Josh.
point. Marty and Pick at -5 each. Jerniak at -8, Josh Poirier at
Swear to God.
-9. I don't think anything can change except the first and second place might switch, but other than that,
I could be Tyler.
we
Can change.
We kind of know where this game's headed, unless you guys want to take a lot of guesses on this last movie.
Yeah, let's go.
1948.
I'm ready.
Oh!
I want to guess right now.
There you go.
Absolutely. What is your guess, Josh Poirier first?
Abbott and Costello versus the Wolfman.
It is not Abbott and Costello versus the Wolfman. Josh Pick, what do you think?
The goddamn state of Israel. You say no, you're an anti-Semite, Nick.
For 5
Well,
points under
right?
frightening and intense scenes. It's
I'm gonna be honest with
comedy,
you.
but a few scenes may be frightening for some very young kids.
Yeah, Israel.
For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, one brief mention of getting drunk by a man. Josh Poirier, what do you think?
Abbott and Costello meet Dracula.
It is not Abbott and Costello
Oh,
meet
God
Dracula.
damn it, it's the other
Josh
one.
Pick, what do you think?
You're not gonna believe this, Nick, but I did fall down the stairs
Oh no.
a minute ago. Shut up. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna guess something stupid. I'm gonna guess Transformers 3: The Legend of Curly's Gold.
What a guess, but no. Marty, what do you think?
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
It is not Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Jenny, for a possible tie, and I don't know what I'll do if you get it. What do you think?
I do watch the show, and I saw everyone struggle with Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
You sure did see everybody struggle with Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Yeah, especially me.
Yeah, especially you, who was on that episode and still guessed all of the movies that it wasn't.
Yeah, I guess the exact same movie.
Buddy.
I'm just a man of.
I'm just a man.
Man turns into a werewolf. Dracula bites a man's girlfriend on the neck. And the Frankenstein monster is burned to death. This was a great one because Frankenstein was guessed as well as 3 other Abbott and Costello movies. Nobody guessed Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
I guessed all 3 Abbott and Costello movies.
What
Well-
an exercise in futility this has been for a couple of us, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thanks to that, I'm not going to do a tiebreaker tonight. It's going to be the first, because I think it's the 100th episode. Let's just do it. I didn't plan any other movies. This is the first double win. Woo! Which means I have to give out. Well, no, I don't.
Wait, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Ready?
Yeah.
I did just close out of my scoreboard our final scores for the 100th episode. God damn. Josh Poirier at -11, Tyler Durnier at -8, Josh Pick at -7, Marty Viscosi at -6, Katie Baker taking home $10 by guessing incorrectly once at -1, and a tie in first place is Jessica Mayotte and Jenny Ismay. Jenny Ismay getting her first win in the 15 times she's been on this show. Finally.
Can't
breaking
believe
the
I
streak.
broke my streak.
6 points
You
each.
gotta remember, Jessica got it in a second.
That's true. Oh my God.
I
That
thought we were doing
was,
golf scoring.
that was wonderful. Thank you all for sticking with this. You were
I thought we
all
doing golf
great.
scoring.
Thank you all for watching this dumb show that I have now done over 100 times.
Last pick again.
This has been just a wild thing to keep doing. Before I go, first of all, look up all of these nice people. They're all wonderful. They've all been great supporters of this show. I do want to get just like a little sentimental at the end of this because it's been a lot, and just thank you all so much for sticking with this show that I really thought we weren't going to do anything of. So thank you all for sticking with it. Special thank you to the wonderful guest hosts of this show who kept this show going and allowed me to play a few times. A few of them are here: Josh Poirier, Jenny Ismay, Marty Viscosi, as well as Elsie Clark, Matt Shore, Sammy James. I want to say that's everybody. If I'm forgetting somebody,
Liz
I feel
Esty. Liz Esty.
Liz Esty.
does-
God damn it, Liz Esty. Of course, Liz Esty. I knew I
Other
was going to
folks.
forget somebody. The
Nate
wonderful
Shue
Liz
do
Esty. Thank you. If he comes back, and if he doesn't, let me open this up so I can. He's coming back. I do want to thank him directly. Waiting. Hello again, Josh Pick.
Hello. I'm sorry. I fell down the stairs.
That's okay. I'm doing some sentimental thank yous, and one of them is to you for being one of the biggest supporters of this show and really pushing for this to be a live show as well. So thank you for that. I don't know that this would have ever done it. So thank you, and thank you to the Model Cafe and the Midway Cafe for putting up the show. Thank you, Sean Carter, for letting me do the test run of this show on Pick a Side, Stupid. That was wonderful, and I wouldn't have done this show without that. Thank you to my wonderful partner, April Farmer, for being so patient in sitting through a test run of, I think, the first 200 movies, guessing and making sure that they were all like gettable and that I wasn't doing something crazy with this show. A lot of the show is just an excuse for me to not have to bug her repeatedly with all of this weird shit I find on IMDb. And thank you, the people who test ran it, the people who have been to the live shows, the people who have done the shows. We've had almost 90 guests on this show, which is wild.
Wow.
It's like I said, this has just been such a cool thing, such a great thing to keep me occupied instead of going completely crazy in the third year of COVID. This is wonderful. Thank you all so much for watching. Please, if you like this show, go to the Facebook group, join that. That's Inappropriate Movie Database on Facebook. Click the link in the description of this video on Instagram and Twitter. What's up, Josh?
Hey Nick, I just want to take the time that I think all of us want to say thank you to you for putting on the show. Because I mean, this has been a lifeline for me too, and I've enjoyed every time I've watched, every time I've been on it. So thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Yeah, this
that
has been
feels
great.
really good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you all. As I was saying, I'm starting to feel, so I want to wrap this up before I feel too much on screen. Follow on Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. We do this show 2 times a week, usually Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do another run of shows next month. So please be on the lookout for that. If you want to be a part of it, reach out to me in any of those places. I love having new guests on this show. I love having old guests on this show. If you haven't been on in a while, come back. I miss you. And come back on Thursday. We're going to do a whole new show at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do movies starring SNL cast members, past and present. It's just we're gonna break off the next 100, and I don't think we're gonna hit another milestone. But this has been so much fun. Thank you all for being a part of it. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, Nick.